Good morning. It's Jamie again with Cab Logic. This will be episode 8 of my little project that I'm doing called Cab Logic, where I sit in my cab and spit some logic according to me, what I see, what I identify, and my thoughts on it. And hopefully people can relate. Maybe somebody will get something out of this. I'm pretty sure you will. Last episode 7, I talked about labels, how labels have defined you, or how labels are driving your life or ruining your life. Today, I wanted to talk about something, and I'm not even really quite sure I know how to define it. I suppose I would call it an accepted avoidance of accountability. An accepted avoidance of accountability. What do I mean by that? Well, I've just noticed a trend, when, like, say, when our two political parties, right, the Democrats and the Republicans, Democrats are always blaming the Republicans for something, name it, throw a dart and you'll hit some kind of issue, and the Republicans are always blaming the Democrats. Like, we have two political parties running our nation that constantly accuse the other of treason, of lying, of all these nefarious activities, which is so irresponsible. So irresponsible, and it causes violence and makes people crazy, and it divides people and factions, and it's almost like it's by design. I personally think it is by design. Okay, it's us or it's them, or it's extremists, or it's the media. Oh, that's a big one. The media. Well, the media said this, the media said that, unverifiable or blatant lies, or putting these out there to get clicks, to get ratings. And the ratings are that's all sponsored by, advertisers, and we buy into that. So, an acceptable avoidance of accountability. When we say the media, and we don't say, like, hey, Joe Scarborough, or, from MSNBC, or Anderson Cooper of CNN, or Sean Hannity of Fox News, but these are all creatures of the media, which I find very confusing, actually, because I watched Hannity last week, and he said, well, the media is doing this, and the media is doing that, and, then here's the viewer thinking, oh my God, the media is stirring people up, the media is making me feel this, the media is responsible. Sean Hannity, you're a creature of the media. Or when Anderson Cooper, blames, I don't know, Republicans for something, and he says, oh, the media. Dude, you're a creature of you are the media. You are the media. I don't know why they don't just say, Anderson Cooper goes, oh, hey, Sean Hannity said this, or Mitch McConnell said that. I don't know why Sean Hannity doesn't say, Senator Blumenthal said this, or Nancy Pelosi said that. It's always very general, and I think it's avoiding the accountability. Like, these people say the most outlandish, craziest things just to stir people up. Like you should be responsible for what you say. And I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to remedy that whatsoever, other than, I can only speak for myself. I can only control myself. I can only talk for myself and my actions. I'm accountable for my actions. I'm accountable for my words. I make mistakes. Believe me, I get called out. Not so much anymore, but because I've, definitely reoriented myself and my conduct. However, I think that should go with everyone. You say something, you're responsible for what you said. You do something, you're responsible for what you did, and you should be held accountable. If it's blatantly wrong and you're a liar, then you should be held accountable for that. And there's so much of that, the disinformation and the media. People should be saying exactly who said it and hold that person who said it accountable. Otherwise, this stuff is going to keep spinning forever and ever and ever. The white supremacists, the extremists. Well, who exactly is that? Who is that? You can't just say the extremists or the white supremacists, because that's something that could just be out there forever, right? Well, the extremists, so let's put this policy. Well, what extremists? What white supremacists? Who are they? Where do they live? What are they doing? Like, who is this extremist? Who is this white supremacist? Who is this woke person? Who is this Antifa? Who is the Proud Boy? it's just very confusing. It's very confusing, and it keeps it going. It keeps the loop going by not identifying precisely exactly what the issue is, who is causing it, and hold them accountable. And when I said that, I can only be responsible for myself, I just know that, if I find myself being influenced or getting upset or worked up over what I hear Sean Hannity or Anderson Cooper say, because they are the media. They are the media. When I when I hear them blame the media, it just blows me away. It's like someone needs to remind them, that is you, by the way. When I hear them do this or say this, I would just say, hey, no, Sean Hannity, you're wrong. Anderson Cooper, you're full of it. And then everybody just sort of, parrots everybody else. So when it comes down to my level, say my local community or, people I interact with, and they say something just completely off the wall, I'm gonna say, hey, you, Joe, or you, Jennifer, you're wrong. No, do you stand by your words? Okay, you stand by those words? Show me some proof. Or, change my mind, persuade me to see otherwise, instead of just pointing and blaming and, canceling. And I think that's a terrible way to go. And it's terrible because everyone sort of does that now. It's almost like we've all bought into that acceptable avoidance of accountability. That's just my thoughts, just my feeling on things. And I think a lot of issues and problems that go on that give people spurt, me included, until I recognize something's amiss here. This media or this extremist group, who is that? These are figments of people's imagination. And there's no way in hell that should be driving you or persuading you or influencing you or manipulating you to think, feel, or do anything at all. It's crazy. It's a loop, That's just my thoughts. I feel like I feel as though I've stumbled onto something with that, and that, like I said, trickles down to our daily life, right? Our daily life, our kids, our friends, our family. It's just a grand acceptable avoidance of accountability. And the one thing I know, and I've learned through many mistakes that I've made, is that that's unacceptable. It's accepting the avoidance of being accountable. That's unacceptable. You should be accountable. You should be held responsible. And if you're doing something wrong, your name should be said out loud, and people should know that it's that person, and perhaps that person needs to be fired or resign or recalled or shut up or punched in the mouth. It's a really, really bad way to structure a society, by everyone avoiding accountability, because that just keeps crap going on forever, and the problem never gets identified. The source never gets called out and never has to face any type of accountability. It's shirking responsibility. And how irresponsible all these people are. How irresponsible these people are, reporting all these mass shootings, which create more of them, and throwing out these boogeymen like extremists, or even the woke thing, or it's all just a bunch of BS, really. And so many people buy into that. It's sad. It's really sad. And there's no way to act. There's no way to be. And it just trickles down to us, and the younger generations. And we're just going to have a total confused, irresponsible, cowardly society. And I don't want that. I can't have that. So I know myself, and I, if I see or hear something like that, I'm just going to say, time out, stop it. Who is saying this? Why is everyone getting upset? Okay, you're saying it's this group or that group. Well, who in that group is saying that? Tell me exactly who it is. Show me proof. Where are they? I want to talk to them, that person, Joe, John, Susan, Jennifer. Let's go talk to that person and hold them accountable publicly, in the public square. Hold them accountable. You're accountable to your words. I think with more and more people do that, then we'll see less and less of these hyperbolic, exaggerated problems, when in reality there are none. So that's just what I had to say today on episode 8. An accepted avoidance of accountability. That's unacceptable. I'm Jamie. This is Cab Logic. Thank you.